The tricky part that we found is with salvage, a lot of times you're doing something quite new. So even when you bid a job, if you're going to like run a chain underneath a wreck and cut it with a chain, whether or not that wreck's in 60 meters or 5 meters or 10 meters, whether or not the wreck's on sand, on rock bottom, whether the visibility is there, the current, it's data is really only good for high volumes of activities, right? Like if you've done something 3 times, it doesn't give you a statistic confidence there. You can't say it. Where it does work is weather, right? We use it all the time for weather. So we'll get, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of rows of data for weather, analyze that, and then we can decide like what risks, what confidence level do we want to take on some of these jobs for the weather workability, because everything's got that built in. And actually, a lot of times it actually drives the project methodology, because while a big crane might work and you could do a couple large picks, if you can only work there 15 or 20% of the time because of the crane boom length and the wind workability, you may be better off doing smaller pieces or something else, or even dragging the wreck into deeper water and doing a chain pull or lift. So, I'd say weather is probably where we have the most data points. We also use AIS data for our own use in trying to evaluate the profile of a casualty when it does occur. So we have certain algorithms built into that software that tells us, ship speed, abrupt changes in ship speed. So we have a couple things built in into our software that actually alert us for ships getting in trouble. And then, of course, point cloud and multi-beam data, which is like millions of points. We'll use that to kind of build out, if we have to lift something off the seafloor, you can build out the frames ahead of time. Sometimes we're lifting very fragile stuff like aircraft or aerospace or even carbon fiber objects off the seafloor, and you can't like just pick it. So we'll use that data to kind of build out the frame size and shapes to understand like how do you grab this thing and support it 10 different points and lift it in its current configuration. We're always looking. I'm a data nerd. One of my hobbies is building neural networks and TensorFlow on Python software, and I'm always looking to gravitate and find, hey, where can we find the data, right? So that's something I'm looking at doing, is just being able to kind of restructure unstructured data and then try and like identify, hey, are there patterns in it?